I mentioned that yesterday we had the Point Dabble Point. It was on the Shuli Network's channel. If you want to go back and watch it, it was myself, Shuli. We had Casey Armstrong. Gonzo Shitcock had the invite, but didn't know what time it was, so he wasn't there. But then we had Bobby from Replayables show up, and also Bob Levy was there for a while. So we had a lot to talk about, but really the guy who brought it was Casey Armstrong. Much like the week before, Joey C comes on and drops a bombshell about Legal Shield for $30 a month. I was like, wow, you bring in these people who have some insider knowledge, and this gets a lot of fun. Well, Casey Armstrong, I guess John's been outing, I don't know if the right word for it is, but he's been implying or saying that Casey has an STD, which is pissing off Casey quite a bit. So Casey was messaging with someone who John knows, a female that John likes to brag about getting a blowjob from because he's a classy guy. He's a class act. That's stuttering John. And, you know, it's funny because when John was talking about how my ex-girlfriends were talking to him, he was going to get some dirt on me. He might have created this. He might have brought this into his world by acting like he could do something like that, because now it seems like it might be happening to him. This is a pretty crazy allegation. We don't know the truth. We don't know the facts. This is all alleged. But this is what Casey is reading off of his phone from this woman directly.
All right, here we go. I said, hey, I'm going to be on YouTube if you want to see. The show is it's with Shuli, and we're just talking about that douche, John. And she says, good fucker, I told you what happened. He was wasted and almost raped me.
Whoa.
He was the drunkest I had ever seen him. And you can believe this girl. Trust me. This girl is not going to lie, okay?
Wow.
She doesn't want anything to do with any of this. I'm not going to name her name. But if you know the person, you know the person. It's the only one we have in commmen.
How long ago was this? What time frame are we talking about?
2 seconds ago.
No, I'm talking about when this occurred.
He went after Gino. He tackled him on the floor. Go.
Oh, that's what we're talking about, John? Okay,
we're talking about, welcome to Point Dabble Point, Bob. Good morning.
No, but I didn't know this was breaking news. I didn't know it was going to be about him. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
You got to hear this. Trust me, man. It couldn't happen at a better time. And I'm so glad, because this girl, her name should not be drugged through the
Send
mud,
her the link,
because she never
no, she won't. That's why he's the
She'll
best.
be on WATP tomorrow.
So listen to this, guys. Listen, you're gonna love this. He was the drunkest I had ever seen him. I said, since you are so drunk, you can sleep in the bathtub. He got shit all over the sheets because he can't or won't wipe his asshole.
Allegedly. This is all allegedly, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to pause it. There's more to go here, but people are already calling John the sheet shitter. he got so drunk he didn't wipe his ass, and it got shit all over the sheets.
What's worse? Actually shitting the bed or having shit on your bed because you didn't wipe your ass good enough?
I would say it's a draw, right? I mean, that's a tie at that point. However shit gets into your bed, that's a problem. I don't care how much of it there is or how it got there. Jesus, John. What's wrong with you?
Shitting the bed.
I mean, honestly, if this was the first story you heard in an AA meeting, you'd go, yeah, I'm not going to drink anymore. I don't need to keep coming to these things. I get it.
He has helped out so many people.
He really has. Yes. Thank you, John. Doing a service to mankind.
This is allegedly, but it's from the person who was there.
Right. But we have to say, just to cover our ass, this is alleged.
Of course you do, right. Who knows? Maybe I could be getting trolled for the past whatever
Sounds
years.
Believable so far. Keep going.
All right, now listen. He goes, he got shit all over the sheets. Let's see.
I gotta say real quick, Fudgicle says John was traumatized by being anywhere near a bathtub.
Yeah, he's like, sleep in the tub. Fuck you. I will destroy your bed.
What's a tub?
Is that where you hold the beers?
Yeah. Is it filled with ice like my tub?
Right. Yeah, right.
You want me to sleep in the cooler?
Ew.
Yeah. You got, okay. he got shit all over the sheets because he can't or won't wipe his asshole. He wants to fuck with me. I never blew him. He tried to kiss me, and I was drunk. That's it. He passed.
Fuck yeah.
Hold on a second. I don't want to tell me if I'm wrong about this. Robin Quivers?
Dominic Barbara. Is it Dominic?
No, we don't have to say the name, but you know.
No, I know.
All right.
We know who it is.
Yeah,
we know who it is. Wow.
So he tried to kiss her, but he's going around telling everybody that she blew him. They slept naked. That never happened.
Wow, what a
piece of garbage.
I mean, really, who does that?
So he passed out in the bathtub in the hotel room, right? I had shit marks all over my sheets, and he, let me see, and she's just writing me more. It was disgusting. Ask him about that. He tries relentlessly to hook up. I kept making excuses, and he was a drunk mess. Julie Slater saw how bad he was. It was stupid of me to try and get him sober before he could drive home.
Wow.
Now, of course, this is all alleged. We don't know any of the facts. We're not even giving out names at this point. But what a story that is that John has to now. I don't know how he's going to defend this. Have you heard anything, Tookie? Has he already addressed this yet?
He's been making allegations on his Twitter about lawsuits coming down the pike.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's par for the course. I mean, anything real going on? Or
the name Julie Slater, that was a DJ at K-Rock.
Correct.
So this happened during...
Well, so I asked that specifically. Of course, you got to love KC Armstrong. Like, well, when did this happen? 2 minutes ago. No.
Yeah, I don't think KC knows the timeline.
Well,
because that would imply that this happened when John was married.
Correct. Because KC said, I think 12 to 15 years ago.
No.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Now, Tookie, this could have happened after he left Howard. Very possible. But
possibly.
But you would think he's still in New York because that's where Julie Slater is. That name did get brought up. If that's the case, John was definitely married, or at least if this was pre-marriage. I can't imagine it's that long ago, though. That can't be the case.
Possibly that's a possibility. That was before his marriage. But yes, I heard the name Julie Slater, and then I remember you asked KC, when do you think this happened? And he was like, oh, yeah, I think like 12 years ago. And I was like, no, that does not make sense.
No, it does not make sense.
Not matched up.
12 years ago would have been he's still on the Tonight Show. His movie had come out.
Would have been like 2010, 2011, I guess.
You know, John tells that story. It's in his book where he was banging some chick and he's all drunk and he takes a break and pees in her bathroom and pees all over the floor. I wonder if that's his cope for what really happened.
Oh.
Shitting the bed. Or taking a shit in the toilet, not wiping your ass, and then rubbing it all over the sheets. He's probably, he probably got that itchy asshole thing going on where he's just grabbing those sheets and just cramming them up there.
Let the maid take care of this.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. What a nightmare. And the fact that John's like, and I even called it at the time when John goes, oh, I'm in touch with some of his ex-girlfriends. He better be careful. I don't have stories like this that are going to come out. But John does. That's why he was thinking that was going to scare me. Like, oh, no, I hope they don't find out I shit the bed. What an asshole.
It all came full circle. All the shitware stuff and all that stuff is all coming full circle.
Oh, man.
You can't write this crap.
I know. And I even said this on Point Dabble Point. I hate repeating myself. I really try hard not to repeat myself. And you would think, we've been covering John for 5 years. You would think that, okay, it must be getting repetitive. It's not. No. He just keeps doing new crazy shit. New shit keeps coming out about him. He's a despicable human being. And it's a lot of fun for the rest of us, fortunately. But I will say the attempted rape thing is not fun or funny at all. And she did go on to describe it as like a Pepe Le Pew kind of thing where he was just being aggressive and really trying, and she was kind of fighting him off. And I could picture that as well, unfortunately. But wow.
I know I'm drunk, but this pill can only last so long.
I'm not going to sober up in time. We got to just do this. Just got to do this thing.
I got to take a shit, but I also want to fuck. Screw it.
All right. Let's see what else John's up to this week. I just got a few clips and things.
It's hard to follow that.
I know. I want to get that out of the way. I just have a few fun things now that we've got that out of the way to discuss. And this one comes from Dabblers Anonymous. It was posted by Joe Namath, NYJ. And this is from his Thursday show. And John explaining that people should be giving negative reviews to the Comedy at the Carlson, the club that he's still booked to perform at on Sunday, March 10th, stutteringjohnlive.com.
Michael Diana, thanks for the $5. John, I hammered the Comedy at the Carlson's TripAdvisor page for letting that hack show go on the night before you. F them. Good. Good. And you should. You should. They're treating me like I'm some fucking low-class citizen. Like I haven't paid my dues in this business. Fucking hell. I've been on the 2 biggest shows in the history of radio and television. And this fucking comedy club they got a guy working there trashing me and taunting me. You fucking kidding me?
I hate to keep pointing this out because I'm a big Howard Stern fan. It wasn't the #1 radio show of all time. It's probably Rush Limbaugh. There's probably 5 or 6 conservative talk show hosts that had better ratings and more listeners than Howard Stern. Howard Stern was probably the biggest morning shock jock drive time show there was for quite some time. But anyway, I guess that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, let's just give him that one.
Yeah.
What are bad reviews going to do for him?
Oh, yeah. No,
I mean, given
he just wants revenge.
club, yeah.
He just always wants revenge on everything. And my problem with this, and I think the thing that Vinny said, and God, it was just this week, but it seems like forever ago now. So many things have happened since then. But when Vinny came over to my house for our special bonus episode that we did impromptu, and he said, I would not allow John to come to my club and do his stand-up routine because he doesn't work at it. It's old, it's stale, he's not taking it seriously. I bring that up because, as I said, I saw Kevin Nealon last night. Kevin Nealon, when was he on SNL? The late 80s? He started on SNL, maybe the early 90s. So this is a guy who's been famous in comedy for all these decades, and he's still doing brand new material. He's still hilarious as ever. He's still killing it. His crowd work was fantastic. You watch this guy, it's like, this is a pro. This is a pro who's still working on his art, his craft. He's still taking it seriously. John, you're not that guy. You're not taking it seriously. You're not working on your set. We're talking about Bruce Jenner, for Christ's sake. When was the last time Bruce Jenner was a person? Right. The first commenter here is great. Such a short clip, but it's all there. Narcissism, rage, delusions of grandeur, petty vengeance, living in the past. Just beautiful. It really does sum it all up, doesn't it? Such a piece of shit.
It really would be like if Pete Rose was on yelling about how the Reds don't give him a chance to play anymore, and everyone should boycott the Reds. I'm a baseball player, damn it!
Right? Yeah, like that time has come and gone. You haven't been on the Howard Stern show. There are people who are old enough to drink who weren't born yet when you were left the Howard Stern show. And that was so long ago, John. Get over it. Everyone else is over it except for you. All right, so this is a fun package I have here. This is from the Thursday show. Yesterday, of course, he had Gino Bisconti on. I didn't watch a lot of it because I was doing Point Dabble Point, but from what I heard, Gino made the show watchable. People who don't even like Gino are going, it was actually pretty good. Gino and John mixing it up. And it looks like John's so desperate for friends. He had Alex Stein on this week. He had Gino Bisconti. These are people that he would normally and has called lunatics and hates their politics and calls them all sorts of names. And now that John has no friends in the Dabbleverse, he's just looking for anyone.
Did he pay Alex Stein the $100?
Nope. In fact, he said that because Alex told him he didn't have to pay him. Because John goes, well, no, we're friends again. He said I didn't have to pay him. John, I thought you wiped your ass with $100. You don't even wipe your ass, it turns out. But I thought you wiped your ass with $100. Just pay the guy $100 you owe him.
Give him 2.
Give him $200 because you get for interest.
Yeah.
There's an interest payment here. You've owed him for a while. The Braves got knocked out weeks and weeks ago. Anyway, this is great. And Drew Lane actually sent this to me because he was watching the show on Thursday. And he goes, "You're going to love this, Carl." John gets himself all worked up and emotional over what an amazing father he was. So this goes on for a little while. I'm already laughing. This goes on for a little while. But yeah, he gets himself all worked up. But then he gets a super chat and immediately is right back to calling people dumb fucks. It's so funny. Only John has this range. It's actually almost impressive. It's almost impressive in a way, the way he's able to pull this off. Okay.
Savor the moment. Enjoy every day. Because my ex and I had a mutual understanding how fast it goes. And empty nesting, it's not what it's cracked up to be. My youngest son is 17. He'll be 18 in January. And it's amazing. It seems like yesterday that we were building a go-kart, that I was at his first soccer game, coaching his baseball team.
We had a 12-3 record.
Going to my daughter's plays.
First place.
My oldest son's soccer games and track
Coach
meets.
of the year.
Fly into Carolina because he made the top, track team.
If you say so.
Vince, I'm just going to talk to you since you're the only one I know in this chat right now who has children.
Oh, he's friends with
Savor
Vince the
every
lawyer
moment.
again, too, he thinks. It's so
Cherish
silly.
him. Document him. Thank God that I was very, very careful. I took pictures all the time. And I have an end video. And I have those great memories to look back on. But savor those moments.
You can't drink away photos.
As much as I try.
Oh, shit, where'd those photos go?
I spilled a beer on him.
Back to my Metsa card. Oh, he's crying. Hold on. I'm sorry. We're having too much fun over here.
DJ Q. Ways to make money, but still had to Uber. LOL, liar. Oh, God. I did it for 2 weeks, you dumb fuck.
Immediately brings him right back out of it, right back into reality where every super chatter is goofing at him.
Yeah.
Even the ones he doesn't realize are goofing at him. So he goes through that very emotional rant that you just saw. Maybe rant's not the right word, but he's very emotional. What a great father he was. He was there for his kids, took the photos, took the videos, did all the things, participated in their lives. This wasn't about his kids. This was about him. That entire fucking thing was about him being an amazing father. And then he gets this super chat. It's hilarious.
My brown eye is tightly packed. Thanks for $5. This is very touching, John. I'm in tears. It has made me miss my son, Brian Don. Oh, man. He died in a car accident 3 years ago, and he had AIDS. Brandon, I think he meant. I'm so sorry for your loss.
John, you fucking idiot.
Nobody wants to lose a child.
What an adult.
It's very sad.
He's crying for Brad Don now. Poor kid. He had AIDS, died in a car accident.
And his father's name was My Brown Eyes Tightly Packed.
Yeah. What an idiot. Poor Brandon. Poor Brandon. Of course, Brandon is the name of the producer for the Drew and Mike show. So, holy shit. He's so fucking stupid. John, you are so stupid. It's incredible. This is why you're the GOAT. This is what we tuned in for right here. Your stupidity.
He had AIDS.
Yeah. The way, can I play that again? The way he read that was so fucking funny. Because I wonder if when he got to that part, he realized it was bullshit, but just had to like keep it going.
I'm pot committed.
Yeah, right.
Truly am. Brandon, I think he meant.
Oh, wait.
I'm so accident 3 years ago, and he had AIDS.
I know you can't tell a joke, John, but you can recognize a joke, right? You fucking idiots. All right. So, as we know, I'm actually surprised Cardiff isn't here yet. I'd bring him on for this. But John is now mad at Cardiff. Cardiff the potato has done nothing but try to help John nonstop. Even when the falling out with Vinny, Cardiff went on the show this week and even said, John, I still want to help you with your show. We can still make this work. I want to help you with your Comedy at the Carlson show on March 10th.
Cardiff election. Oh, you dickhead. Hi. Hi, dickhead. Thanks for the $2.79. Gary and Sherry, really, John? Tell better lies. Oh, yeah? Really? You don't think it's true? You dumb fucking potato. I should say your name right now. You better fucking apologize for your fucking bullshit tweet. You don't apologize, then you're dead to me. You've been watching Vinnie Paulino and his little buddy, Snaggletooth, trash me on a regular basis. Vinnie Paulino used to fucking light me up on Lady K's fucking show. Mm-hmm. Light me up. But I forgave him and fucking would work with him. So what does he do?
That's John's audio.
He lights me up again.
His fucking notifications just go off throughout this episode. It's so frustrating. It's the loudest thing, too. Does he even have a microphone anymore? He used to at least have a microphone in front of him, and now he just...
Alex Stein bought him a microphone.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, he did. And he owes Alex Stein $100, but Alex is the bigger man. He's ready to move on. So there's some revisionist history there. The thing that John conveniently forgets is that he asked, or in the words of Vinnie Paulino, he begged for a gig at the Comedy at the Carlson. And Vinnie finally said, okay, let's figure out a way to make this work. And Vinnie put a lot of effort into figuring out a way that he could market Stuttering John to an audience that weren't all there to shoot spitballs at him.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
That's a challenge. When Vinny tried to take this on, I was like, I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, but I'm with you, man. Whatever you want to do, that's cool. And now John is claiming that, again, he's just the victim and everything happens to him. None of it's his fault.
And the thing about everyone having to apologize to him is fucking
so
pathetic.
Stupid. So stupid. Doesn't make any sense. All right. So John's going to explain how many friends he has in this clip.
S. Allen, thanks for the $5. I have no friends. My wife and family left me, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm afraid, but I want to come out and just tell Shuli I want his hog. Thank you, Sheila Allen. Let's analyze. I have no friends. Oh, God. I have too many friends.
Oh.
Plenty of friends.
Okay.
Oh.
In New York and out here in L.A.
I don't know if he does.
I don't think he does, Tookie.
I don't think he does either. That was so sad.
It was so sad. He's like, let's analyze this. John, if there's no truth to it, then just move on. Instead he goes, hold on, let me debunk this one. First off, I have too many friends.
Yes. You don't know them.
Yeah, they're all
They
pig
live all across the country.
And that broad did give me a blowjob.
He's insane. He's insane. When he was talking to Cardiff, and he was talking about how he goes to the pub every day, and Cardiff goes, well, that's probably not great. And John goes, well, you don't understand. That's where all my friends are. Acting like he made friends outside of the world of drinking, and that's where they all rendezvous.
Yeah,
No.
That's our club that we meet
Yeah,
at.
no. John met all of his friends at Pickwick. They're also the day drinkers that hang out at Pickwick.
They would be there with or without him.
Correct. They're not sitting there going, when the fuck is John going to get here? Maybe we should leave.
Yeah, don't tell that story yet. Wait for John to get here, okay? Because I don't want to hear it twice.
John must have all these amazing fantasies about what all these people do when they're not at the bar.
Yeah. He says that
See
too.
Louis over there.
He explains, he's like, there's accountants there and lawyers. And he goes through as if
Cowboys and astronauts.
all those important people drinking at 3 p.m. in the valley. It makes sense. Story checks out. Dude, he's literally befriended Vince the lawyer again. This has to be the 5th time since we've been covering this saga that Vince has become his friend again. And then it always turns to shit because Vince is trolling him. John, I'm just kidding. Stay friends with Vince. Vince is trolling him. So it always goes to shit. He always gets him to come on and be like, I can help you with this lawsuit, John. He's like, oh yeah, I have a suit. John thinks he's going to fucking sue the Comedy at the Carlson.
Mm-hmm. but Vince really promised that this time he won't turn his back on John. So I think it's okay, John.
Well, you can
really, he sweared.
You could take his word for it, I'm sure. So this next clip, and again, I heard other people talking about this, but Drew Lane from the Drew and Mike show goes, Carl, you got to look at this. This is unbelievable. This is John talking about how generous of a guy he is and how he still cares about his ex-wife, Susanna, the mother of his children.
And I would do anything put it this way. If I won Lotto, I swear to you, if I won the Powerball, let's say I won $100 million. Look, let's say I cleared $100 million. I'd give my ex probably like $5 million. I would.
Oh, wow.
I would. She's the mother of my children.
So it's almost like he's already given her $5 million. That's the way John thinks. If he says he'll do something, it means he did it. 5%, $100 million, 5% he would give to his ex. That's very generous, John. Wow. Could you even spend $95 million? If you're 58 years old and you have 18 months to live because of your alcoholism, could you even spend $95 million? It's not that generous. It's not as generous as he thinks it is.
He is a very generous tipper. So, yes, there is a possibility he could do that.
Yep. And you know what? Instead of giving $2 per beer, I'll start giving $2.50 per beer at the Pickwick pub. I don't think I talked about it on this show, but I know I talked about it. John finally explained what his tipping amount is. $2 a beer. Yeah. He always says $10. But then when Cardiff pressed him, he's like, well, you know, and if I buy 5 beers and then I give $10. Pretty standard. No one's sitting there going, yes, John's here today.
Yeah, we thought he was a piece of shit before, but, you know, he showed us.
Yeah. We'd have a good weekend after all. All right, this is the last clip I have from John. And this is John seems like he's backing out of the Comedy at the Carlson show. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of clues that maybe he's not going to do this show.
Please don't chicken out, John. You're the GOAT. Hey, if I don't do this fucking show, it's not because I'm chicken. It's because I've been treated unfairly, and the guy that booked me has repudiated on his agreement.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. What did Vinnie Paulino do this? Vinnie does a lot of things, but I didn't know he did this. Let's hear it.
The guy that booked me has repudiated.
Oh, that is a big word. The guy, you know, Spanish is probably his first language. Right. He has Puerto Rican. Give the benefit of the doubt.
On his agreement. Took me 2 seconds on the phone with my attorney. Well, maybe a little longer. And he said it's called repudiation.
Your attorney or Vince the lawyer? Because those are two different things. So I know that Vince the lawyer is getting you all wound up for your big lawsuit against Comedy at the Carlson. It ain't happening, John, because, and I'm no lawyer, there are 0 damages.
Yeah, nothing's happened.
I was talking to the owner last night, a couple other people there. They're all laughing at you, John. No one takes you seriously.
Maybe it was a legal shield live chat. Maybe he was talking to, someone in India.
That could be true.
A lawyer.
You're allowed to type 6 lines of text, and then they're like, okay, no more until next month. You got your money's worth.
Oh, what do you want now, John? What do you want to do now, John? You know you only have one of these left.
Yeah, that's the chat bot.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking John. All right, what do you want? Who did you wrong this time?
Yes.
That's what Mr. Paulino has done. That's what he has committed. Okay? It's very simple.
You should call the Rochester Police Department again on Vinnie Paulino this time, John. You boob.
Very simple.
He was taunting me.
What a dipshit this guy is. He's so stupid.
What's the difference between someone sending an email to them to get you pulled and having fans bombard their reviews, both the scumbag moves, hypocrite? Dude, I'm not, hey, I didn't tell him to do that. But it is wrong that the guy's going to do a show and trash me the night before.
He kind of encouraged it. If I remember that clip that we just played correctly, it seemed like he was on board with people doing that to the club.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
I must have missed something.
Anyway, I don't tell people to do shitty things to clubs. Well, you did to Frank Pellegrino's club that he was working at. I remember you telling everyone to give that club shitty reviews. Oh, but now you're friends again. That's right. You're friends with Frank and Chrissy again. Okay, cool. And now you're saying people should give negative reviews to Comedy at the Carlson, and you're encouraging that. But no, Vinny's the asshole. That's right. That's how I remember.
And don't put all this negative energy into trying to come up with new jokes and maybe a new act that you can maybe do on March 10th and go after the potato and Vinny, and instead of do a show, let your creativity beat them. But no, that will not happen.
It is hilarious to me because I'm so in this world that it's hard for me to take a step back and look at what's actually going on. I can't imagine if somebody were introduced to this and they're like, this is how this guy's behaving after he got booked for the only place that would book him to finally do a comedy show, a live show, something he hasn't done in over a year. He's finally going to get to go do that at this place. This is how he's behaving and acting about it. You'd be like, this guy is a madman. And to Tookie's point, what he should be doing is working on his act, writing jokes.
Yeah, using this as fuel.
Using this as fuel. Going back to the show that we did last time where Jessica Carlson leaked that the best revenge is living a good life. If you're mad at all your haters, rise above it, and then you get the last laugh. John will never recognize that as the end game. He never will. It's unbelievable to me. If John would ignore all of this and go out and get the gigs in Hollywood and do all the be back in show business, all the things he claims he wants to do, he's not putting any effort into any of that.
Well, he cut his hair.
I know. Actually, it's funny you say that, you guys. I was going to say, outside of dyeing his hair,
Yeah.
he really hasn't done anything to.
But
further
imagine,
his
sir,
career.
who do you want to sue? Cardiff Electric. Okay, what's his real name? I think it's
Ralph.
I've heard it's Ralph or Julian or something.
I would like to call to the stand the potato.
I fucking love the fact that John wanted Cardiff's real name, wants to know what he looks like. And this has been going on for months where Cardiff goes, I can't do that. John, you're going to obviously dox me. And John goes, I would not dox you. Why would you say that? I do not dox people. Cardiff goes, you might do it by mistake. I don't know. I just don't want to give you that information. And now John thinks he has that information. Whether he does or not, I don't know. But immediately he's using that and weaponizing it.
As leverage, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to give out your name now. It's like, this is why no one wants you to know anything about them, John. You're an asshole. You dox people all the time.
Yeah, he literally did it to DG earlier in the week. Even though obviously we all know his name by now, but John knew that he made a mistake, and he even kept apologizing, like, "Oh, I didn't mean to, that was." But everyone knows, so I didn't really dox him.
He's a fucking moron. He can't stay out of his own way. He fucks with his friends just as badly as he fucks with his enemies.
Who are these podcasts?